Your first game for Fox is what? What are you doing for Fox first?
Yep, I got San Francisco out in Seattle. So two good storylines, two good teams.
Awesome.
Obviously a lot of, the Sam Darnold era in Seattle kicks off the rebirth of San Francisco, getting their guys back, hopefully healthy and a little bit more like we're accustomed to. So I think first game now in the post-Purdy, he's got the big contract. So I think there's a lot of really fun storylines going into that game. Two teams that are at least in the mix to say who can catch Philadelphia. Obviously, Philadelphia looks like the runaway, at least clear-cut favorite to start the season in the NFC. And I think both San Francisco and Seattle are in that mix of teams that are on their heels, but think they can go compete for a conference championship.
Yeah, I just started the show, Greg, with my annual list of shrug emoji teams, which is don't know. They could be great. They could be less than. And I did put San Francisco at the top at the list of number 2 overall because I did see what happened last year, and I know there was injury all over the place at so many important positions. But I don't know if the Niners are going to automatically just roll it out with Salah and more healthy players than last year, even though Ayuk's out for the foreseeable future, that they're just going to roll it out and be another 12-win team this year. I wonder what your 2 cents are on that subject matter, Greg.
Yeah, it's crazy to think, prior to last season, the assumption was the 49ers were going to be in the running to make the Super Bowl, to be in the running to at least play in a conference championship game. It felt like year in and year out for a long time, kind of in that post-McCaffrey trade era. They were arguably the best team in football, or at least in the mix every single year, fell short a couple times. But last year, it really was the injuries, and I think every team can make that case. Dallas can say the same thing. I mean, it's not an excuse in the league. It is a reality of the league where if you lose, everyone's going to lose guys. There is an attrition element to the NFL that's just baked into the product. But so much of the luck of the season is, okay, we're going to lose guys, but who do we lose? Not all injuries are created equal. That's kind of there's just the reality and the kind of harshness of the NFL. And, I think going into this year, Shanahan's got to do a great job going in, understanding I'm not going to have Ayuk. Debo's no longer here. All right, how do we build this around McCaffrey, who from everyone said in training camp is loaded, looks exactly like the McCaffrey we remember prior to some of the injuries of last year, and obviously Kittle. So he's got those 2 pieces. How does he use Purdy? How does he use his strengths as both a play action guy and a pocket guy? Build that system around them. Pearsall, now in his second year, the first-round pick from last year. Get Ayuk back at some point in the future. Hope this is probably something for San Francisco. The idea is get back to playing great defense. You mentioned Salah coming back as the defensive coordinator when he was there years ago. They were one of the best units in the league. Can they play really good defense? Fred Warner is one of the best defensive players in the league. Can they hold it down, get healthy on offense, and build as the season goes and be there at the end? They've got the coach. They've got the pieces. Do they have the depth in the entire roster? Obviously, time will tell.
Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.